What's up, everybody? Mike here, and in this video, I got some major Baldur's Gate 3 news, as recently they did an update on the Steam page for the community tab talking about their next big patch, Patch 8. And this is some huge updates that are coming in 2025 with Patch 8, guys. And recently, Larian Studios, the creators of Baldur's Gate 3, are celebrating the success of the mods in the RPG with the official mod support, as well as some still unofficial mod support in there too. Since the official tools were released in September, over 3,000 mods have been uploaded, amassing an impressive 70 million downloads. Like, this dev team cares about its community, wants to keep the community going with the game and keeping as many players invested in and involved with the game, while doing this technically at no cost to us. Like, financially, no cost to us as the gamers. They have become my new favorite all-time indie developer, and this even proves it more. I'm about to go into what's happening. So, Patch 8 is scheduled for next year, right? And it's going to introduce some of the most anticipated additions, including crossplay, a photo mode, and 12 new subclasses, guys. That is huge. And mind you, like I said, this is all for free, all right? Before I get into the details of all this, they're doing this all for free as part of Patch 8. The majority of the industry right now, if they did something like this, they would charge people. They would charge this. This would be paid DLC with all they're doing. A photo mode, mainly with the photo mode part and the 12 new subclasses. Maybe not so much the crossplay, because I can see that that's usually a free update in any game, but photo mode and 12 new subclasses, yeah. Like, heck, take a look at Stellar Blade. I'm not trying to knock Stellar Blade by any means, because it is a good game in its own right and good devs there, but they just did a recent update where they just had some paid DLC. But I think the paid DLC is more for like the Nier Automata like skins, where not necessarily like the photo mode aspect of that, but you get the idea. Anytime there's like cosmetic stuff or even like a new class, it's paid DLC, usually. So this is just huge, and big credit to them, Larian Studios and Swen. Like, oh my God, amazing, just amazing. Anyway, when it comes to crossplay functionality here, so Patch 8 will enable crossplay, allowing players to join multiplayer sessions across all supported platforms, including PC, Mac, Xbox Series X and S, and PS5. This feature ensures progress continually regardless of the devices used, and players can organize multiplayer lobbies with friends on any platform. The 12 new subclasses, so each base class in the game will receive a new subclass, adding a variety of depth to the gameplay. Some highlights include Bards with the College of Glamour, offering the ability to charm enemies and heal allies with abilities like Mantle of Inspiration. Then there's Barbarian's new subclass, Path of the Giant, granting immense strength and ability to hurl enemies and allies effortlessly. I was talking to a friend about this too, and he's big into D&D, he knows more about it than me. And when I mentioned Path of the Giant being a new subclass being put in, he was like, oh, dude, that's sick. Like, that's the closest you can get to being like Attack on Titan in a sense. And what he meant is like, with this class, at least in tabletop D&D, it's the closest you'll get to be like turned to like a Titan from the anime Attack on Titan. I was like, oh, wow, really? Okay. So this is quite interesting here. And there's already like the potions, I think, of like giant strength or something like that you can use in the game that like makes you bigger and more stronger. Like, I think brings up your strength to like 21 or something like that. It makes you big for temporarily, obviously. So this is essentially a class that's subclass going to be dedicated to the barbarian, to essentially being able to, like, I guess, be big when you want, when you go, I guess when you rage out, basically is what it sounds like. So that is freaking cool if you're into that type of playstyle. Next up is Clerics, with the Death Domain subclass being added with this patch, featuring necrotic spells and ability to detonate nearby corpses to damage enemies. And it's interesting how this is going to Death Domain. Essentially, you can be a Death Cleric. And the clerics are not that bad. Like, I don't know about other RPGs when you play a cleric, but in Baldur's Gate 3, if you build a cleric right, you can decimate. Oh my goodness, you can decimate in this game with a cleric. So, and there's maybe not a lot of people that play clerics in this game in general. Maybe you feel some way, but maybe this will encourage you to be like, oh, snap, let me give cleric another shot here when this patch comes out. Then there's druids with the Circle of Stars, enabling transformation into astral forms like the Archer, Chalice, or Dragon, each with unique strategic advantages. That is sick right there. Paladins will get Oath of the Crown, focus on protecting and empowering allies. Very nice. Fighters get Arcane Archer, blending magical skills with precise ranged attacks. That's very cool. Monks, Drunken Master. Now, this is probably the one I'm looking forward to the most personally, is the subclass of Drunken Master. You're telling me I can go Drunken Master Jackie Chan in Baldur's Gate 3? Bet. So, leveraging alcohol consumption to boost abilities and debuff enemies with intoxication effects. I love that. Rangers are going to get Swarm Keeper. This is also another interesting one I'm kind of looking forward to possibly checking out, outside of the ones mentioned already. But the monk subclass is the main one I'm looking forward to. So a Swarm Keeper, summoning swarms of creatures like jellyfish, moths, or bees, each with unique effects like blinding or pushing foes. Very cool. And Rangers are already a class that you essentially are one with the animals, you're one with nature. So it makes sense that this has a subclass, and it's coming from 5th edition. Just to let you know, guys, this is all 5th edition stuff. Obviously, some of it's getting reworked for the video game to make it work within the video game systems. So it's going to be definitely slightly different with some of these classes, not all these classes, to make them work in the video game. It's going to be different from the tabletop in some areas. Rogues. So I would say this is probably my second one I'm looking forward to. Rogues are going to get Swashbuckler, emphasizing agile and daring combat maneuvers, essentially being like a pirate. So that's really freaking cool to me. And yeah, that's probably the second subclass I'm looking forward to with this patch. Mind you, this is all non-modded subclasses that are coming, right? If you're on PC, and even if you're on console, because I think there's some like class mods in there too, where they modders have added some like classes from 5th edition D&D, or just like tweaked some of the already established subclasses in the game. But this is all non-mod. It's the devs themselves putting this in here. Sorcerers will have Shadow Magic subclass, gaining power in darkness with abilities like Shadow Walking and summoning a Shadow Hound. That's really cool. That might be my third or fourth. Reason being because Wizards are going to get something really cool here, and that's with the Wizard ones really got me intrigued. But this is probably like my third or fourth one I'm looking forward to the most to check out. Warlocks get Hexblade, making pacts to summon magical weapons and control souls. That is awesome, in my opinion, what you can do with that. Wizards are getting the Blade Singing, or what a lot of people refer to as Blade Song subclass, combining melee combat elegance with arcane magic, essentially being a battle mage. So I'm looking forward to that because I like doing battle mage type builds and classes. So that's like the other like third or fourth one too I'm looking forward to with this. And then these subclasses will introduce new animations, visual effects, enhanced abilities, and narrative role-playing opportunities. That is a lot. That means with these subclasses added in, they have to go into the game dialogue and rework it and tweak it, and to add all these, specific subclass responses to a lot of dialogue in the game. Now, the game is already filled with so much insane dialogue as is, and the fact they're doing this without charging us, the players, is freaking incredible. Then there's photo mode. I mentioned before, being added. The long-awaited photo mode will allow players to pause the action, take customized screenshots. Features include camera adjustments, post-processing effects, frames, stickers, and character poses. Players can create everything from dynamic combat shots to intimate moments between characters, adding a personalized touch to their adventure. I'm not super into the whole photo mode stuff in video games. It's cool, it's there for the games that have it and people that are into it, but I just don't really take a lot of photos in video games. There is going to be a stress test for this patch. I believe it's happening early next year. Layer Studios announced a stress test for the patch scheduled for January. Yeah, they need to ensure smooth functionality for all new features, including subclasses, photo mode, and crossplay. The update will also address bug fixes and fine-tune aspects like cinematics and gameplay mechanics. So this is pretty much promising to be a game changer, guys, delivering an array of exciting features and will further enrich the experience for Baldur's Gate 3 players in 2025. I'm looking forward to this. This game just keeps getting better and better all the freaking time, man. And if you want to kind of like take a look as far as what they did with the last patch, patch 7, which added the official mod tools and things like that, they did a stress test for that as well. I want to say a few months before they dropped that. I think it was in July of last year, June or July-ish. So if that's anything to go by, and this is my speculation, pure speculation here, if January is a stress test for patch 8, right, then I'm guessing a few months later, patch 8 drops in springtime, possibly March or April. We'll have to wait and see, though. But that's my thoughts on that, guys. What do you think about this news? Are you excited for this? Sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what subclass you're most excited for that's coming to Baldur's Gate 3 with this patch. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful and insightful, hit that like, subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below. If you want to join the Discord, there's a Discord link. If you want to go above and beyond with supporting, such as doing YouTube memberships, Patreon, or direct donation/tip, links in the description below for that as well. That's all I got for you, though. Hope you enjoyed this. My name's Mike. Thanks for watching.